आप क्या करती हैं यहाँ पे? मैंने कहा मैं प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर हूँ। अच्छा, मतलब आप उमर की पीए हैं।
That sounds terrible. Plus, Pakistan, खासतौर पर लाहौर में, people love to be in touch, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
पर अगर
Yes.
प्राइस भी लिखी हुई हो तो 10,000 नीचे कमेंट्स प्राइस के बारे में
PP.
होंगे जी
PP, yes.
प्राइस प्लीज
Yes.
I thought of a completely different thing. You think in Karachi and Lahore, I know you've been dying to say this.
That's her favorite question.
I think generally professionalism कराची में बहुत solid.
क्या वजह है इसकी? Why do you think that is? Is it just that we're from Punjab, or is there more to it? We will get cancelled after this.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope not.
Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Umar Jalani, creative director and founder of Happa Studios. I really wanted to do a internal podcast today and discuss about project management. I think it's a extremely crucial thing which is usually put aside of how agencies are working and running in the back end. I have some very special friends and colleagues with me. Sidra Burney, our senior project manager. She's always on the front line and handles all the chaos, which seems seamless otherwise. And with me is Barena. Barena handles the project management of our social media department, which is a lot of clients together. So managing 30, 40 clients together, it's a very challenging thing. I want to delve into what project management really means, how it kind of makes it a break or make for an agency. Running smooth operations is extremely important for any agencies. So welcome both of you.
Thank you for having us.
So I'll
Thank
start
you.
with you, Sidra.
Hi.
You've been working with us for how long, and you have an art background. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so I've been working with you guys for 3 years or 3.5 now. I started my career generally in teaching, and it's very vast that it started off on a completely different route. And from there, I transitioned to here. Sometimes I don't even know how I transitioned from there to here.
You were studying
Art, fine art.
like what, fine art? Achha, okay.
Yeah, I was studying fine arts at Indus Valley.
Right.
And then I started teaching. And then I got into event management while I was doing fine arts in Indus Valley. And from event management, basically, there were a lot of projects that we were handling, daily events that we were handling. And it was all very chaotic, but I sort of enjoyed that entire process. And I sort of, with that, came to a realization that I can handle myself and the situation very nicely in
Right.
chaos.
I mean, event management is pretty close to project management,
Yes,
right?
that's
You've got a lot of vendors, you've got same amount of people constantly asking for deadlines and timelines
Yeah.
and things like that. So I guess it is a natural progression.
It is.
But
yeah.
I guess something which is different is shifting from probably painting to project management. So did that feel a bit of an awkward switch for you?
No, it was very natural for me because art, I've always taken art as something that I do when I'm in the mood for it or when I'm extremely stressed. So that's something that allowed me to open myself more. This started off more as, oh, I just want to do a job, maybe just a 9 to 5.
Right.
And then it became something that came really close to my heart. And I was like, oh, I really enjoy managing teams. I really enjoy managing projects. I like talking to clients. I like to understand what's going behind the entire brand, why they're choosing what they're choosing, what sort of color palettes they're looking at. And all of that sort of, brings art together with project management.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Is that the same with you? Did you also come from an art background?
No, I studied media and business both.
Right.
So
In
I-
LSE?
In my A levels.
In LSE?
No.
where were you in
University of
college?
Hertfordshire.
Ah, all right.
Yes.
Okay.
So I studied media and I was studying business also. Media because I just love everything visual, everything creative. So I was like, I want to go into storytelling and all of this. But when I was studying business, so I realized that I really like the process of the structure, organization and that satisfaction that we get once the project is executed. So I was like, okay, I want to do both of these. So I think
Right.
project management at Happa is like the sweet spot between both. So I get to be the bridge between chaos and clarity, both.
But you guys are not just project managers. You both are also client service
Yes.
Yes.
people, right?
Yes.
And as we were discussing earlier, client service people are hated by both the clients and the agency.
Sadly, yes.
Yes.
You guys
Unfortunately.
feel that that's the case, that you have to kind of juggle this together?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So whose side are you really on?
That's a trick one.
Yeah, actually, I have a very good answer for that. And sorry if I offend anyone,
No,
but
please.
if I have a project that comes in which takes my interest absolutely in the first start,
Yeah.
I think I'm more focused on the client than the team. And I also, I've worked with you.
Yeah.
So, I like giving in my feedback as well. कि, नहीं, इसको इस direction में नहीं, इसको इस direction में ले जाते हैं. I think this is what the client more wants.
Right.
Right? But mostly, naturally, I think because you work with certain people and you spend more of your day with them than anybody else,
Right.
they sort of become a family to you, right? So naturally, you bend to more towards your team than the client.
How good are you guys at translating your meetings and your sort of conversation with your clients to your designers and to the team who's going to execute it?
Really good, I think.
Yeah.
We are chalte phirte note takers. So I think we're really good at that.
Yeah. But do you add in, is it like Chinese whisper, or is it do you accurately are able to? I mean, a lot of times people come to you, clients come to you, you're able to kind of translate what they want better than they are able
Yeah.
to do, right?
So we basically align with the client first. We
Yeah.
get to know कि अच्छा आपको क्या चाहिए. So even if a lot of times clients को भी नहीं पता होता कि what they're looking for, they have these thoughts in their mind, but they don't know how to put it into words. So we help them कि अच्छा सही है, this is your thought and this is how we're going to take it through the process, और फिर ये execute होके ऐसे लगेगा. And then we move on to our team. So
I
that's
think
how it works.
it's mostly about asking the right questions.
Yeah.
पता है आपको एक क्लाइंट आ रहा है आपके पास, आपको पता है कि वो एक सर्टन बिजनेस में इन्वॉल्व है एंड उसका एक सर्टन स्कोप ऑफ वर्क है. ये सिर्फ समझना काफ़ी नहीं है वेयर दैट क्लाइंट इज़ कमिंग फ्रॉम, उसकी पीछे इस पूरे ब्रांड के पीछे थॉट प्रोसेस क्या है, वो जो चीज़ बता रहा है या जिन कलर्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं या जिन सर्टन एस्पेक्ट्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, वो क्यों बात कर रहे हैं उनके बारे में. उसने अपनी कोई एक नॉर्मल रिसर्च की होगी, वो आपके पास बगैर रिसर्च के नहीं आएगा.
बिल्कुल.
एंड
I mean, that's a great point to think that, I mean, we have dozens of clients coming in per month, but these guys have probably spent years on one brand, right?
Yeah,
So, I
exactly.
mean, their insight is invaluable.
बिल्कुल 100%. एंड इट्स ऑल अबाउट आस्किंग द राइट क्वेश्चंस.
Right.
कभी कभार क्वेश्चंस इस तरह के ही हमारे फॉर्म्ड, आई थिंक इट कम्स टू अस नेचुरली कि हम वो सवाल पूछ लेते हैं कि अच्छा वेयर इज दिस थॉट प्रोसेस कमिंग फ्रॉम, अच्छा डू वी हैव द
Do they
क्रिएटिव
get
लिबर्टी.
offended?
No, I think you need to frame it in the nice way to ask them those questions.
So,
and
what are
tell
the
them
tricks?
you're on their side.
What are the nicer ways you can ask something which you guys are looking for?
Before coming to that, I think it depends on your clients also. So I think one time में जो clients आते हैं, they're like very like उनको पता है कि what they want, और उनके दिमाग में एक विजन है. सोशल मीडिया के लिए
I
जब हमारे पास
disagree.
आते हैं, they're like ओ हम आपके पास इसीलिए आए हैं क्योंकि हमें तो नहीं पता. तो I'm like क्या मुझे कुछ तो बताएं कि what do you want?
Oh, और ये जो clients कहते हैं कि हमें नहीं पता, they have the most to say.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
it's very
they
frustrating.
want to dictate what you want
Yes,
to do.
so I set up everything with them, and जब like mid project होते हैं, so like oh नहीं हमने तो ऐसे नहीं कहा था, हमें तो ऐसे चाहिए.
So how do you
था.
counter that? Do you write it down? I also want to side by side talk about how you can remain sane being a project manager, and how many and what kind of tools do you use to kind of keep everyone on track?
Yeah, so I'm again, like I mentioned earlier, also I'm like a very note taker sort of a person. So whatever you say, I'm writing it down so that you don't come at me कि जी मैंने तो ऐसी बात नहीं की थी. So
Right.
when this happens, I'm like, okay, this is the proof. This is what we discussed. ये minutes of the meetings थे. ये बात हुई थी. So now you tell me, how do you want to proceed with this? You want to change this? Do you want to switch around? What do you want me to
So
do?
you get these notes which you write. Do you get them signed off from
Yes,
the client?
yes, of course. I send them in these
Right.
external groups client को tag करके. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I
you-
think both of us follow the
yeah,
same
you do the
process.
same.
I think both of us are very hands-on with writing notes.
Yeah.
तो हम दोनों लिखते हैं notes को and then we digitalize those
Yeah.
notes,
Right.
send it on
I mean,
client groups.
you know that Otter and all these
Yes,
things
I
also
was
do
coming
this
to that. I was
for
coming to
free.
that. That if it's an in-person meeting, I like taking my notes
Yeah.
by hand and
Yeah.
then digitalizing them because
Because it helps you remember.
yes,
Yeah.
that
yourself.
too.
Yeah.
Plus उसमें बहुत सारी ऐसी बातें हो रही होती हैं जिनको आप arrows के थ्रू या किसी और
Yeah.
diagrams के थ्रू आप उनको explain कर सकते हो
सकते
अपने आप को समझाने
Right.
के लिए. And then you can digitalize them कि उसमें से आप देख सकते हो कि आपने इसमें से क्या माइनस करना है, क्या सिर्फ आपके लिए इन्फॉर्मेशन थी, क्या उनके लिए इन्फॉर्मेशन थी.
I mean, जब भी आप कोई चीज़ पेपर के ऊपर लिख लें और even if you don't have those notes, आपको खुद अपने दिमाग में
याद
याद
रहते
रहता है
हैं,
कि वो
याद
क्या
रहते
करते
हैं.
हैं.
Plus, this is something that we recently started when AI started taking hold of almost everything.
Yeah.
I think we started using a lot of different note takers. जिसमें से Fireflies I felt like सबसे best है. But
Right.
Otter B is one of the best. And I think अब Barena में and हमने सारों को ही लगा दिया ऐसी चीज़ पे
Otter पे.
कि Otter के notes.
So Otter also summarizes it
Yes,
and gives you
summarizes
thing
it.
and emails you.
Yes.
So नहीं, Otter
emails
has
all the
a-
people in the
Yes.
meeting.
Yes, Otter has a very proper उस तरह का वो process. वो आपके साथ साथ ट्रांसक्रिप्ट भी होती है कि you can actually click on the link और वो साथ ट्रांसक्रिप्ट आपको रीड कर रहा होता है
Right.
कि ये सब बात हो रही है.
Right. So I mean, there's also apps जो आप meeting की अगर आपकी face to face meeting हो रही हो and you can sit with them, turn the app on, and it does the same thing as Otter.
Yes,
Otter
yes,
does that
Otter does
also.
that.
Or does that
Yes.
too,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Right. So I mean, the days of taking notes are
Yeah.
pretty much
Yeah.
done.
Pretty much.
But as we were saying, Kate, taking notes is more of your personal retention. Because I mean, it's still boring to read Otter or someone, right?
True.
Otter
I mean, it's still kind
actually-
of
नहीं,
impersonal.
हाँ, it's impersonal, yes. It's like मैंने नहीं लिखे ये notes किसी और ने
हाँ,
मुझे बना के
हाँ,
दिए हैं.
हाँ. तो आपको
But
याद भी नहीं रहता ना?
याद
याद
नहीं
भी नहीं
रहते.
रहता.
Yes, that's right.
So I mean, through all this AI, you guys think that generally people are going to get dumber with taking these,
I
or
think
there's
so,
some things?
100%.
I think no, I sort of disagree. I think they're going to get smarter because अभी difference मैं notice करती हूँ कि I'm a millennial, she's a Gen Z, and हम में ज़मीन आसमान का फ़र्क उस तरह से है कि she is more efficient with using different apps and different things कि वो वही सारे task बहुत टाइमली मैनर में कर लेती है, बहुत जल्दी उन चीज़ों से एडजस्ट हो जाती है.
Yeah.
मुझे थोड़ा सा टाइम लगता है कि नहीं मेरे हाथ से ही लिखने हैं वो नोट, नहीं मैंने गैंट शीट ना शुरू से आखिर तक ही बनानी है.
No, but you're serving her point. She's saying
Yeah.
that people are going to get dumber.
Yeah, that's what I think because I think वही वाली बात है कि नकल के लिए भी अकल की ज़रूरत है. I've seen people like shitty prompts के साथ वो चीज़ें लिख रहे हैं, extra apostrophes आ रही हैं, not bothering कि अच्छा हम इसको थोड़ा fix ही कर लें, not using their own brains. So पहले ये होता था, let's say if you're writing a caption, if you're writing any copy, you use your own brain.
Right.
There's some like thought process behind it. अब बस you write a prompt and अब आपको सब कुछ हाथ में आ जाता
But
है.
I mean, the way I think of it is like I think of ChatGPT is someone I can brainstorm with, right? So
you take
I
it that
talk to
way, yes.
Him
मैं-
or
But
her,
most people don't.
or whatever her gender or his gender is.
मैं
But I
वही
keep
बात
talking
कर
to
रही हूँ
him.
ना कि it's not about getting dumber. I think it's about getting smarter of how you're using that certain app, right? कि आपको एक tool मिल गया. अब इंटरनेट से पहले भी आप
But yeah, I understand what you're saying now.
Yeah.
That if you completely rely on it
Yes, then you're
and don't do
completely
anything,
gonna lose it.
then it becomes, then it just takes away all your creativity.
बिल्कुल.
And that's what
That's
Gen
a
Z
good
does.
point.
They rely on it.
Yeah,
No, but
that
that's
is
why,
why
that,
हमारे
that's
दोनों
why
थोड़े
we don't need to do that.
there's
right?
smart ways and dumb ways
Yeah.
of using AI.
So as project managers, what do you think your clients are? मतलब आपके clients को क्या चीज रोक रही है to not hire you guys and do all this themselves through prompts and through ChatGPT or through a bunch of other softwares?
Control freaks जो होते हैं.
Huh.
They
But
like to be.
I mean, they can't do better work if they're able to have AI do all the things which someone else is doing.
Again, like I said, AI को use करने के लिए, these apps को use करने के लिए, you still need some creativity behind it. You need to use the right prompts.
Right.
Only then you'll
So
get
you
a good
think the
answer.
clients don't have enough time to do this?
Yeah, of
or
course,
they
because
don't
they're
have
so busy
the,
in production and so many things, you know. तो इसलिए उनके पास वो time नहीं होता है.
Plus, I think एक personalized touch जो है ना आपको human के अलावा
Humanized
कोई नहीं
touch,
दे
yeah.
सकता.
I mean, हम एक certain time के ऊपर AI के there's a place where there's super intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Which it hasn't been unleashed as yet, but personal मेरा जो opinion है इस चीज़ के बारे में is exactly what this is, that it saves time. You know, time
Yeah.
is something
100
which cannot be replaced
100%.
by AI. So people are producing a production or doing a fashion label or doing whatever business they are. They just don't have the time for that. But I
100%.
think they can definitely reduce the amount of resources they might require.
Yes, I think team reduce हो जाएगी, but एक आधा बंदा तो आपको फिर भी चाहिए उन apps को run करने के
जो
लिए.
unless super intelligence is there, I mean, there's lots of softwares which there are lots of apps which I'm kind of discovering who does everything for you.
Yeah.
But उसकी quality क्या है और आपकी target audience को वो reach कर रही है नहीं कर रही है, I mean, that's a thing to kind of say. Plus
Yeah.
पाकिस्तान खासतौर पर लाहौर में और कराची, लाहौर, इस्लामाबाद में people love to be in touch. Right?
Yeah.
They
Yes.
love to
Yes.
kind of आप किसी भी e-commerce प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर आप चले जाएं और ऊपर अगर प्राइस भी लिखी हुई हो तो 10,000 नीचे कमेंट्स प्राइस के बारे में
PP.
होंगे जी.
PP, yes.
PP.
PP.
Price please.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I thought of a completely different thing for this. So people like to have human interaction.
Yes.
But how are they able to going to be able to tell okay, the person who is replying to PP is not
It's
AI,
not human.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
हाँ, I think उधर तक पहुंच जाएगा आराम से AI and robotics. I think it's gonna take over, and it's gonna take that place where I don't think you would need humans to reply to your comments anymore.
So, and this question is for both of you. What do you guys think? What is that one thing that people get wrong about what a project manager does?
You want to go first?
You can go first.
You guys
I
are loaded on
think-
this. Huh?
I was waiting for this question.
I think that people think of us as like glorified schedulers, which we're not.
Right.
We are.
Right. That's a great point. Absolutely.
Yeah, सब यही कहते हैं कि ओ अच्छा, like even boss. He's
4
always
बजे
like तुम करती
ये
क्या
कर
हो?
दे, हाँ. Yes, absolutely.
So, but I want to tell this to Goss also.
Ross is, by the way, on our sound.
Yes.
And he's also a fantastic graphic designer. Yeah, I wish we could rotate the cameras right now, but Ross could say hi and if you can say hi out loud. Yeah.
Okay, great.
There you go.
So, but I think we are, the architects of bringing your thought, your vision into the real world execution. So we are
that's
the
so
ones.
nicely said.
So I think that's it.
Yeah.
We're not just
and-
glorified schedulers. We don't just put on meetings. and
I
all.
agree. I think जब मैंने project management start की थी, आप ही के साथ start की थी, तो जब मैंने start की थी तो मुझे I'm not gonna name anyone, but मुझे किसी ने ना call करके कहा
Is
कि
it
अच्छा,
someone in our office?
no, it's someone. किसी ने मुझे कॉल करके कहा कि अच्छा
Sounds like your husband.
no, not my husband. Somebody called me and said कि आप क्या करती हैं यहाँ पे? मैंने कहा मैं प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर हूँ. कहते हैं अच्छा मतलब आप उमर की PA हैं.
Oh,
मैंने
God.
कहा यार मैं PA
That
नहीं हूँ.
sounds terrible.
Yeah.
So yeah, they think of us as
Although if I had a PA and you do a lot of work as a personal assistant in terms of keeping me sane, not in terms of scheduling, but in terms के अच्छा इसके बारे में भी आपने
Yeah.
फिक्र नहीं करनी, इसको बाद में देखते हैं, इसको पहले
Yes.
करते हैं, ये करते हैं. So my sanity depends a lot on you,
Yeah.
by the way. So I thank you for that.
no, thank you for your kind words. But मैं यही समझाना चाह रही हूँ कि we actually curate the whole environment.
Yeah.
The-
That's a great word to
Yeah.
use. You actually curate the entire party.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yes,
Whatever timelines you're getting your work on, पीछे से जितना काम हो रहा है, किस
All right,
pace
so wait.
पे हो रहा है.
Hold on. Let's take everyone through the journey of the first time when a new client is calling us till the time the work gets executed.